stating the damaged section that the road will be open for traffic by tomorrow morning as government has engaged a contractor to backfill the section. This is what Dr. Chilima said.
After the rains, this channel has got to be opened so that the water must flow in its original channel. But where the water comes underneath the bridge, because the bridge was designed where there was a river. It wasn't designed without a river.
Ironically, Zenjang Construction Communications Group is the construction firm which was contracted by government to construct the Karonga-Songwe road, which was deemed substandard. And some of the prominent people who inspected the damaged bridge include Deputy Minister of Transport Nansem Dogo, Paramount Chief Kyungu, and officials from the Malawi Defense Force and police. Reporting for ZBS News, this is Adams Clement Undani.
The High Court judges have extended jail terms for 2 defilement convicts following a review of sentences meted by lower magistrate courts. In the first case, Justice Annabel Mtalimanja has given 33-year-old Levison Harold a 45-year jail term for defiling a 4-year-old girl. The lower court sentenced him to 11 years. And in the other case, Justice Chifundo Kachali has sentenced Besta Kamayanika, aged 55, to a 30-year jail term for defiling and impregnating his 13-year-old stepdaughter. President Lazarus Chakwera Thursday met renowned Kenyan Speaker Professor Patrick Lumumba in Lilongwe. Lumumba has requested the audience. He hailed Chakwera for demonstrating seriousness in dealing with corruption, saying he has set high precedents in Africa's leadership. We have a report filed by Winston Gaimira.
President Lazarus Chakwera held a private meeting with renowned motivational speaker Professor Patrick Lumumba on matters affecting the African continent in areas such as innovation, agriculture, health, and the fight against corruption. Professor Lumumba, who once served as the director of the Kenyan Anti-Corruption Commission, said after the meeting that President Chakwera has attracted the attention of leaders both within and outside Africa for demonstrating seriousness in the fight against corruption. He noted that lack of political will is a major challenge affecting the fight in most African countries, which needs to be reversed. Professor Lumumba was reacting to recent developments in COVID-19 response, in which the president fired a cabinet minister who was named in an audit report on alleged abuse of public funds and warned to deal with anyone found abusing public finances. However, Lumumba advised the president to remain strong in the fight.
In many countries, what people complain about, anti-corruption authorities and prosecuting authorities, is lack of political will. The president has demonstrated that political will so that these anti-corruption authorities no longer have an excuse. What they need to do now is to ride on the crest of that will, to prosecute the cases effectively, to adduce cogent evidence so that the judiciary has no choice but to convict on the basis of the evidence that has been adduced.
Professor Lumumba also emphasized on the need for African countries to work together in areas such as innovation and health. The 59-year-old Kenyan motivational speaker is currently championing various initiatives in different sectors in the African region and beyond. This is Winston Kaimira reporting for Zodiak in Lilongwe.
Hundreds of chiefs and community members under Senior Chief Dambeni Mchinji have held street demonstrations to force vendors to vacate land where government is expected to construct a modern market. The vendors are arguing that they have not been compensated. Wilson Henry saw this for us.
Over 300 chiefs and several community members under Senior Chief Dambe here in Mchinji to force some vendors to vacate the land where government plans to construct a modern market. We understand that government and the concerned chiefs have in the past few months been holding discussions with the vendors in question, but nothing tangible came out. So we are told that despite all these discussions, the vendors have been insisting that they will not vacate the area and that they will not even lift the court injunction they obtained in May last year. Now, following this, the concerned chiefs and community members resolved to hold demonstrations so that to force these vendors to lift the court injunction. Now, in their petition, the concerned groups say they will not allow the vendors in person to conduct any businesses unless they lift the injunctions.
The Malawi Police Service says traditional healers are a key component in stopping attacks, abductions and killings of persons with albinism, admitting that in the past herbalists were left out. The sentiments have been made by Deputy Inspector of Police responsible for the administration, Melin Yolam, during a stakeholders meeting on the engagement of traditional healers in Lilongwe. She said being people that are often mentioned by suspects as the ones who allegedly give instructions to attack persons with albinism for rituals, it was important to engage and sensitize them on how to stop the malpractice. Yolam explains.
This meeting is very important, as we all know. As an organization, I think we have missed a component in the equation of solving issues to do with people with albinism. Why I am saying this, when we are doing investigations, when such cases occur, in most cases, people have mentioned that they were sent by traditional healers to get bones, to get tissues of people with albinism, with an intention of using such tissues to do medicine, for whatever reason. Coming to this realization, we have decided that we should involve the traditional healers so that they can take part. They are the people that are being mentioned. And if we leave them aside, it means the equation is not complete. So that's why we are involving them today. They should know what is happening. They should contribute to coming up with solution of preventing people with albinism.
You're watching the news here on Zodiac. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with more. Stick around.
Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. Blockbuster Megastore brings you America's finest. Ashley Furniture Home Store, Malawi. Ashley Furniture Home Store is located in Ginnery Corner, opposite Makra House at the new building. Our Ashley Furniture Home Store comes in 5 different styles to suit every personality. Either young or old, we've got you covered. Come and experience our showroom and discover the lifestyle that suits your personality. We have Ashley's signature collections on dining table, sofa sets, and bedroom. Come in store and see it for yourself. Our trading hours are Mondays through Fridays, 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sundays are closed. Visit our home store today. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home.
Do your gums hurt?
Yeah.
Does your toothpaste contain sage, eucalyptus, myrrh, chamomile?
All that in one toothpaste?
Yes, try Colgate Herbal. Colgate Herbal contains nature's best herbs and Colgate's fluoride technology to give you strong teeth and healthy gums.
Ah, Colgate Herbal.
Let's go. Colgate Herbal for strong teeth and healthy gums naturally.
Kodi mukudziwa kuti ife alilongo water board tili ndi call center yomwe inakhazikitsidwa kuti itumikire inu makastomala athu. Ngati mwapezana ndi vuto lililonse lokhuzana ndi madzi, musachedwe, tiyimbireni pa 253 mwaulere. Kusiya kwa madzi, madandaulo okhudzana ndi mabilu, kulipira mabilu, kuphulika kwa mapayipi, kulumikiza madzi mwachinyengo, kaya kutsina khutu, musachedwe, tiyimbireni pa 253 mwaulere ndipo tidzakuthandizani mwachangu ndi mwansangala.
The general public is hereby informed that the Minister of Finance, Honorable Felix Mlusu, will be receiving contributions as part of the 2993-377-777.
Kungwonjezera mayunits ATNM kuyambira 200 kwacha kapena kuposera pamenepo mutha kukhala mmodzi mwa mamilioneya mu TNM Tikolole promotion. koma mukaonjezera ma units ndi 100 kwacha kapena kuposerapo mudzilandira ma bonus oyimbira foni, SMS kapena data pompo.
TNM, always with you.
Welcome back. The headlines at this hour. 3 people die and washed away at Kyungu Bridge. VP Chilima says will look into concerns of poor workmanship later. High Court judges extend jail terms for 2 defilement convicts following a review of sentences meted by lower magistrate courts. President Chakwera has met renowned Kenyan Speaker Professor Patrick Lumumba in Lilongwe. And in sports, Airtel Malawi to engage firm on possible resumption of Airtel Top 8 Cup suspended last year due to COVID-19. Moving on, Chinkoma auction floors in Kasungu has opened Thursday with growers expressing concern that buyers are offering low prices. Some of the growers Zodiak interacted with at the floors lament that they hoped the prices would be above government-set minimum prices. Details with Noel Nkubwi.
The opening of Chinkoma auction floors comes barely 2 days after Ganenga auction floors opened on Tuesday. A HL group of companies offered 3,138 berry tobacco bales on both auction and contract markets. While berry tobacco of lowest grade fetched 90 cents on both markets, high-graded tobacco on contract fetched as higher as $2.30, while on auction it fetched around $2.10. Minister of Agriculture Robin Lowe said tobacco buying companies should ensure that tobacco farmers are well rewarded of their sweat. He said while the country is expecting to produce 124 million kilograms of tobacco against 133 million kilograms, the market is demanding the expectation is that buyers will offer good prices. The minister has, however, warned tobacco growers to properly grade their tobacco before sending to the market so that buyers have no excuse.
The assumption is with that high demand, buyers should be able to compete. And by competing, farmers' expectation is to get high prices. And according to what we observed in Lilongwe, minimum prices were respected, and some companies, one of them offered above minimum prices, and that is to the advantage of the farmer. That's what I expect as a ministry.
Tama Farmers Trust President Ebo Kalimabanda said he was concerned that tobacco on auction market is fetching low prices and high rejection rate. He fears this would demotivate farmers who worked selflessly to produce the green gold. Meanwhile, Tobacco Commission Board Chairman Harin Kandawire has said the Commission will continue to monitor the market trends to ensuring strict adherence of government-set minimum prices. For Zodiac, this is Noel Nkubwi, Chinkoma, Kasungu.
Minister of Tourism Michael Usi has directed his ministry to relocate back the Machinga district, a meteorite stone which fell from the skies years ago. The historic rock fell from the sky on January 22nd, 1981 at Mlelemba village in the area of Senior Chief Sitola and has been at the museum in Blantyre. Minister Usi believes this will help boost tourism in Machinga. Alex Banda caught up with Usi.
When we talk about this rock, it is not its size, it is not its shape, it's not the color, but it's the story behind that meteoric rock. So what I was saying is, let it go back where it came from. It's Machinga. So we'll be talking to Paramount Chief Kawinga and the authorities here and the colonial ministry to see how we can get this meteoric rock back to Machinga. We need to promote tourism in Machinga as well. We have Malawi Hills, we have Leone National Park. So, it's going to be good for this and be good for business. As far as tourism is concerned, that this rock should go back to Machinga. God willing, I would have loved, as a ministry, as government, to see this meteoric stone or rock go back to Machinga by end of next year. This meteoric rock should go back to Machinga.
Let's now have a look at sports. Telecommunications company Airtel Malawi says it will continue to sponsor the Airtel Top 8 tournament, which was suspended last year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Airtel's acting marketing manager Kwagwanji Sande told us that they are talking to Football Association of Malawi for possible resumption of the tournament soon. Bright Kanyama filed this report.
Football Association of Malawi and Airtel Malawi entered into a 3-year deal in 2017 for the sponsorship of the Top 8 competition, but the contract ran out in 2019. Efforts to renew the contract were hampered due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The tournament, which was involving top 8 ranked teams in the Elite League, was sponsored to the tune of 66 million kwacha per year. Airtel Malawi's acting marketing manager Kwagwanji Sande told us in an interview that they are still committed to renew the contract and continue sponsoring the Top 8 competition. Sande said they have since engaged firm over the matter and expectations are high that the tournament will bounce back soon.
Top 8, we postponed it last year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. However, we are still in talks with Football Association of Malawi to see how we can come back on the pitch and sponsor again the Top 8. We are in talks with FAM to see how quickly we can come back on the pitch, considering that we are still in this pandemic of COVID-19. So people should not lose hope to say Airtel Top 8 is not going to come back on the pitch.
Silver Strikers are the biggest winners of the Cup after winning it twice, the 2017 and 2019 editions, with Blue Eagles winning the 2018 edition. The Airtel Top 8 champion was pocketing 15 million kwacha for winning just 5 games. For Zodiak, this is Bright Kanyama.
Well, that's it for now. Let's take another look at the headlines before we leave. 3 people die and washed away at Kingu Bridge. VP Chilima says we'll look into concerns of poor workmanship later. High Court judges extend jail terms for 2 defilement convicts following a review of sentences meted by the lower magistrate courts. President Chakwera has met renowned Kenyan Speaker Professor Patrick Lumumba in Lilongwe. And in sports, Airtel Malawi to engage firm on possible resumption of Airtel Top 8 Cup, suspended last year due to COVID-19. Visit our website zodiacmalawi.com for more news. COVID-19 vaccination is underway in the country. Make a decision, protect yourself and protect your loved ones. My name is Robert Karua. Thanks for watching.